When you can't be yourself, you act like other people. You do other things. You go with the flow. Sometimes, like they were telling me I was male. I went, okay, I know I'm female. I need to hide my femaleness, so I will go way male. So you do what's called hyper male things in your life. But you might be thinking that I'm just talking about transgender, and I'm not. Each of you has got a beach ball. You each have a secret that you actually try and keep under the water, that you don't want people to know, but you want to live that way at the same exact time. And so you get all of this conflict going in your own minds. And you're the one who's creating it, no one else. Why? Because you know who you want to be or are, and you're living the way that you were taught. And so you've got that conflict there going on in your mind. And the conflict is not the voice going, come on, let's go, let's get out of here. That's not the conflict's voice. That is your potential trying to get you to go over and do what you know you want to do. You want to know what conflict sounds like? Oh, you should just stay here. Isn't this comfortable? It's such a nice place to live. And your parents are so nice. Shouldn't we just listen to them? Shouldn't we just do what they want? That's what conflict sounds like in the mind. And that's why we have the two voices backwards. And we think, oh, that devil's trying to get me out of here. No, that angel's trying to get you out of there so that you can actually find some peace within yourself. It's impossible to go into the world and find peace. It's impossible to go into the world and find what you want when you're not looking through your own eyes, your own beliefs, and your own ideas. But this is the thing I want you to take away from it. Alex is what I call my +1. And +1 usually means you're going to a party and this is the person who travels with you to that event, right? +1 in this case means the person that you can trust, the person that you know is going to be there for you. And you have to find a +1. It's the hardest thing in the world because you have to do something that so few of us are willing to do, and that's trust. We're not willing to trust. We don't trust ourselves because we don't have control of these things. So how the hell can you trust somebody else? If you can't love yourself, trust yourself, believe in yourself, if you can't accept yourself, you can't expect other people to, because they're just following your lead about you. Does that make sense? So Alex is my +1. And Alex said to me after he came home and I told him about the whole thing. And he said to me, he goes, you can say, I've had enough as many times as you want. You can say it every day. And for quite a while I did. I've had enough today. And I would just shut down. But I learned that by saying I've had enough, it meant that I was just going to quit for that time. Because he said to me also, you cannot quit. There are too many people that you've told that they couldn't quit in your lifetime. And those people are counting on you to be an example of not quitting. We don't really change who we are, but when your perspective changes, you will actually act differently. You'll come outside of your own comfort zone. Because that's all you're really doing, is we're living within certain parameters that we let ourselves live. Can we live further out? Oh my gosh, so easily. But it's really up to you to say to yourself, I give me permission to do this. Not waiting for someone else's permission. So here's the point. For you, don't hang your identity up anywhere really quickly. You're young. You're going to be told where to hang it. Don't. Explore and play. Just like I did here. Explored, played, learned about who I was. I didn't let myself say that I was a woman. I actually say I'm female because I transitioned my gender way before I transitioned my sex. I only transitioned my sex 9 months ago. But I still call it female. Why? Because I'm still learning. And I don't think that it's appropriate to just jump in and take that label of woman when I know that that's not exactly how I feel yet. So whether it's changing gender or whether it's actually going from, being a child or being a teen or being in your 20s or being in school to being outside of school. Being outside of school is going to teach you new lessons about yourself. But that doesn't mean you take all the rest of you and you chuck it away. You just don't. You actually want to sort through that, sift through it. Here's the beauty. You don't have to keep everything you find. You don't. You just peel away the things that you don't want, and you keep the things you do want. When you first step over the line and start living the way you want to live in the world, you should be looking for something, and it's not happiness. You have to look for meaning. You have to look for meaning. What is your meaning? What gives you satisfaction in this world? And I don't think that all labels are bad, but I think that what we have to learn to do is when somebody runs up and puts a label on you, tear it off and look at it and see if it's the one you want. If not, cross out the word, reword it, and put that label back on you. But see, here's the thing we do. We tear the label off and we throw it down and we step on it, but we never tell people what to call us because we go right into mode of being pissed off that somebody put a label on us. Don't. Teach them. Just like you will with a kid. You have to teach people how you want to be perceived, how you want to be loved, how you want to be known, what you allow to be a friend. You have to train people just like those fleas and give them ideas about how to treat you, how to talk to you. And if you don't have the right people in your life, get rid of them. Start over. I know that sounds really harsh, but you want to know something? If you don't, the life that you get to live is not truly yours. And you'll find that it's a lot easier to remove people from your life that you don't want and actually leave room for people that you do want.